feel horrible this morning after drinking a ton of beers. I checked the motorcycle form, and guys willing to meet us at Tim Hortons at 10 o'clock this morning. We got 20 minutes to get there. Oh, this is tough. Nothing like being in a rush when you got a huge hangover. And we got fog this morning. Good old Newfoundland. This looks like a horrible riding day. Horrible. How you feeling, JD?
Like a moose took a dump in my mouth. Drank way too much Black Horse last night. Black Horse kicks like a mule.
Oh man, yeah, that's some strong beer. Even the locals said they don't drink that stuff. They're like, that messes you up. You shouldn't drink that. Well, thanks. After about 10 beers later, I'll pay you $10 to gear up my bike.
20 in soul.
And I'll sit right there and just relax and, oh my God.
Some sort of fog out here today. Hopefully it lifts and we'll show you why they call it the Rock. It just seems like there's rocks everywhere. Houses are built on the rocks. This hotel was built on the rock. We're right on the water here though in Port aux Basques, Newfoundland. People seem real friendly.
One of the reasons we're doing our trip, right, it's a bit of a bucket list thing. Okay, we left Calgary and we're halfway up to Jasper going up the Columbia Icefields Highway. And then all of a sudden there's just bang, bang, bang on my shoulder. She's like, Scott, Scott. You know, I'm like, what? She goes, you know, of all the things I could have forgot. Oh man, and I pull over and like I'm starting to freak out, and then I go, no, my hair straightener, and I'm like, oh.
Well, I started off with a little plastic bag this big. That was my purse. It was a plastic bag. Because like this, where do you put it? You know, like you're limited, eh? Yeah. We've been living out of these little. This is my bag, and I've been living out of this.
This is
for
my
almost
bag.
3 months. You gotta do laundry, you just got to keep rotating, and yeah.
Well, that's off to you guys, that's unreal.
Yeah,
Good for you.
What do you mean do laundry? I got the same skids on since we started.
It takes a little bit of ruggedness to do the kinds of things we're doing.
Okay, so what we do here, Wanda and myself, we do our little vignettes, 3 5-minute vignettes, and then we throw them up on our website and then YouTube. And we usually start off, you know, hello, you know, here's the bull, and then Wanda's the goat, and then we'll do a little quick intro.
Sure,
so
awesome.
Do you want to do that? We'll do next to your bikes, and then we can.
Let's do it. Perfect, yeah.
Come on, sweetie. All right, hello, here's the bull.
And the goat.
We're in Port aux Basques. We just got off the ferry last night. It was running late, so we got in real late and couldn't go anywhere because apparently there's lots of moose. And we didn't want to hit one, so we pitched our tent here in town, and we're on our way to St. John's. But we're down here in Tim Hortons, and we ran into a couple of fellow adventurers. We're going to introduce you to them, and our hats off to these guys because they're getting out there and they're doing it.
Woo!
All right, so over here we have Steve and we have JD.
Hello!
What are you guys up to? What's the story?
We started in Toronto. Now we're in the Rock, Newfoundland, going up to the Viking settlement. And along the way, it's all about meeting the people and the local wonders.
It's my first adventure motorcycling trip, so I've had a lot of bumps along the road, especially in the first few days, but overall we're in the groove now. We're making some good time, some good miles, and just enjoying every minute of it at this point.
So what are you guys riding?
I think I call it the Blue Avatar.
The Blue Oh, I like it. There we go.
This is the bike for you.
She's faithful to me. She never lets me down.
You're loaded for bear. You got a fishing rod, you got a tripod.
Always bring the fishing rod, tripod, camera gear, clothes, food, tent, sleeping bag.
And how about you, JD? What do you got going on here?
I'm on Suzuki SV650. Not that much power, but especially when you load it down like this.
No, you're not loaded down. I mean, geez, you got everything here with a kitchen sink.
There's two of you on that bike, and you guys have less stuff than I do.
Well, man, I tell you.
What does that
There's
say?
a big screen TV in there somewhere. Yeah. Once again, then, here we go, is the bull.
And the goat.
All right, signing off with Steve and JD from Tim Hortons in Port aux Basques, Newfoundland. All right. Good on you.
Perfect. Right there, perfect. Ready?
Yeah.
Beauty.
Cheers.
10 minutes down the road, and it could be sunny, clear blue sky. It gets socked in here, but just 5 to 10 minutes down the road, it can be a whole different climate.
sun popped over the clouds, and when I looked to my left side, we saw a rainbow. And it's nothing like good old rainbow to lift the spirits. A sign for the Viking Trail to come. So now, I think we should do a cheesy photo op. Next up, Gros Morne National Park. This is what I've been dreaming about for a long time. This is a big wonder for myself.
The geography's definitely changed here. It's a lot more rough. There's granite everywhere. There's little landlocked lakes. It's kind of neat because it's almost terraced. There'll be one 6 feet above the other, and another one 6 feet above that. Today it's a little cloudy, so the mountain's being swallowed by the cloud. The top of the mountain is 806 meters up. It's a 16-kilometer hike to the top. It almost looks like ski hills are carved into the mountain. It's just where all the rock created some sort of landslide. It's a pretty harsh climate, that's for sure.
You allowed to say that, Newfie? Newfoundlander? Okay. A local Newfoundlander told us the reason why we're not seeing any wildlife is because we're not being observant.
Not very observant, I'd say.
We're pulled over on the side of the road where he said there will be wildlife in this little swampy area. And I've been scouring the shoreline looking for anything, and I don't even see like a little bird or anything. It's kind of discouraging. So my guess is it's hunting season, and every single piece of wildlife out there is sleeping and hiding somewhere right now. There we go. Yeah!
Morning, Gros Morne! Save some in case there is a bear. I'm not sure about these mythical moose, but if you hit one of those puppies, some of them are over a ton. It's certain death. Life on the road, baby. Sally's Cove. Nice little fishing town. Definitely a moose around here. Yep. Blimey, mate, I see one.
I almost ran it over on my bike. I turned the corner and I saw this thing that looked like a horse. And I see the bump on the back and the weird looking face. I'm like, we got a moose. They exist. I'm gonna try to get just a little bit closer. For some reason though, I still like being on this side of the fence. Looks like he can knock you out pretty quick with those hind legs. Just like whoop. Got some grass for you. That's nuts, eh?
I think it's a little more difficult than people think to see wildlife here. So in order to keep the kids happy, they sell caribou poo in the form of chocolate-covered nuts. Good times. We're here at Dane's place. He's a friend of ours, so it worked out really good. He's letting us stay with him inside where it's dry and warm, out of the cold, because it's only supposed to be around 2 degrees at night now. Dane runs a company called Long Range Adventures. It's an ecotourism company. Him and his buddy Dave kind of run the show. They're going to take us on a few pretty extreme adventures, I think, so I'm super excited about that.
I think we're going kayaking, maybe a little hike. Kind of play it by ear.
Covering a lot of ground. Loving every minute of it, even the shitty ones, you know. Dream come true.
JD, cheers. Perfection.